what I'm going to tell you will go against everything you have heard about relationships, love, and dating. Hi, my name is Michaela, and I have spent years figuring out why some women receive everything from men effortlessly and others need to work twice as hard just to receive breadcrumbs in return. And what I found out changed everything for me, and it is going to change everything for you too. Now let's get right into this. I want to start by painting a scenario, and I want to know if this feels kind of familiar to you. You meet someone. In the beginning, it's perfect. The man is initiating, texting you, he's courting you, he's chasing, he's putting in the effort, he's wanting to get to know you. He texts first, he plans the dates, and he makes you feel like you are the most important woman in the world. And then, slowly, miraculously, something shifts. He's texting less frequently, the dates are becoming more last minute and less planned through, the effort overall becomes less consistent, and it almost feels like the man is withdrawing slowly from you, with energy, attention, and of course his effort. Now you as the woman start to try harder. You're trying to keep the conversation going by texting first. You suggest plans because you don't want to lose him. You're thinking maybe you need to step up. Maybe you need to fill the space, fill the silence that he won't forget about you. You're thinking maybe he's just too busy. Maybe you need to help him figuring out a plan on what to do so you can see each other. You're making yourself more available and you keep inconveniencing yourself just to fit this man into your life. You're asking yourself, oh, maybe I did not put in enough effort myself. Maybe I didn't give enough. Maybe I have to do more. Maybe I have too high standards. Maybe I have to stoop down my standards and be a little more easy to digest. So you start to be quiet about your needs because you don't want to push him away further. And for some weird reasons, the more you invest, the less he gives. Does this sound familiar? Yeah, I thought so. How long have you been doing this? Not with one specific guy, but in general. How long have you been doing this pattern? The one that you're dating right now, the one before him, your ex-partner, your ex-ex-partner, all of the men that you were dating. How often have you been repeating the same pattern over and over again? No matter how much you grow, no matter how much you change, no matter how much you try, the pattern will keep repeating itself over and over again. Not because you're choosing the wrong man, not because you're asking for too much, not because of your personality, not because of your looks, and definitely not because you're not enough. The problem is way deeper than that, and once you see it, you will be unable to unsee it. The truth is that men do not invest in women that are easy to have, okay? They invest in women who are easy to be around with, but difficult to keep. Men need to be afraid to lose you, so they will actually invest in you emotionally, financially, energetically, and with their time. And right now, men are not afraid to lose you, not because you're not beautiful, not because you're not valuable, but because you have never shown them what they are losing. You need to show a man with your standards, with your boundaries, with the way you bring yourself up, what they are losing if they are not acting right, if they do not behave in a way that will keep you in their life. Now, let me give you an analogy that I keep repeating in my videos on YouTube. Let's talk about a Birkin bag, okay? The value of this bag is 200,000 euros, okay? Now, if someone brings me this same bag, exact same bag, original, authentic, but tells me you can have it for 20 euros, I would be thinking that must be fake, something must be wrong. Not because there is a difference in the bag, but because the price communicates the value. You're something like that bag, okay? And right now, you are pricing yourself at 20 euros. Not because your value is actually 20 euros, you are authentic, you have the actual leather, you are real, but you're pricing yourself at 20 euros with the way you behave. You're texting first, you're immediately available, you are over-explaining, you're chasing a man, you're proving yourself, you're accepting last-minute dates and invitations, you're staying quiet about your needs, and you accept inconsistency. This is communicating to a man, you can have me easily, you don't need to put in much effort because I want to make it easy for you. You can get me for 20 euros, even though the real value is 200,000. But I give it to you at a discount because I like you so much. Who does that? And at the end of the day, anything a man can have easily, they don't value it that much. Again, let's get back to the Birkin bag. If you have this bag for 20 euros or for free, you're not going to take so much care of it the same way as you would if you would pay 200,000 euros. Of course, if you pay a lot, if the price you pay for something is a lot, you are going to take care of it because you don't want to lose something so valuable in your life. You don't even want to have a scratch in something that is so valuable. But if it's 20 euros, if it doesn't require much effort to get this bag, you throw it on the floor, you throw it on the side, you don't care that much. This is where it gets really interesting, the part nobody talks about, which is perceived value. And once you understand what is a perceived value and how you can build it, it will change your life. Now, perceived value is built through three things. Number 1, standards. Number 2, boundaries to enforce those standards, and number 3, presence. These three things, when embodied correctly, will transform you from the woman a man just enjoys to a woman a man is actually afraid to lose. So let's break it down quickly. Number 1, standards. Many women think they have standards, but they actually don't. They have preferences. A preference is something that you would like to have, but if not, it's okay to not have. A standard is something you enforce, and if it's not given, you don't want it. For example, a preference is, I would like a man to text me consistently. Versus a standard is, if a man does not text me consistently, I'm not available to him. See the difference? And that's not something you just say, that's something you enforce through your boundaries. Now, if a man starts to text inconsistently, then you're not available to him. It's not something you need to communicate with your words. It's something you communicate by actions. A preference just lives in your head. A standard is something you live by actions. And the most important thing here is that a standard is not for a man or for other people. A standard is for yourself. It is here to protect you. It is here to say, I value myself. I want people who value me too. And that's why I do not allow people in my life that do not value me. If I would allow people in my life that don't value me the way I value myself, like texting inconsistently, inviting me for last-minute dates, or being disrespectful, I'm also saying I'm not valuing myself enough to cut off those people. But ultimately, when a man encounters a woman with standards, he will not be thinking, oh man, she's so difficult to deal with, unless he just wanted to use you. He will be thinking, oh my god, this woman has standards, she values herself, I need to step up to be in her life. And only this thought is actually what makes the investment begin. So with every standard you have, you need to also have a boundary to enforce those standards. And as I mentioned earlier, a standard is not being communicated, but a boundary can be communicated once. So for example, you don't want men to text you inconsistently. You either say that out once, you say, I do not deal with men who are texting me inconsistently, but actually the best way to set a boundary is by simply reacting in a way that makes it very clear, hey, this is a no for me, I do not like that, I withdraw my energy and attention from you. Standards are something you set and boundaries are something you do to enforce those standards. Because if you would say something like, I won't be available for last minute dates, or I do not deal with men who text me inconsistently, but they keep doing that, they keep inviting you last minute, they keep texting you last minute, and you keep engaging with that, you keep allowing that in your life, then you're actually not only saying to the man, hey, don't take me too seriously, my word doesn't mean anything, you're actually breaking a promise to yourself. You're also breaking trust to yourself. Trust in yourself will ruin and lower your confidence. And that's exactly what happens when we're losing ourselves in a relationship. Because most of the time, at the beginning, we're so juicy, confident, and living our lives. But then somewhere within months or weeks, we lose ourselves because we break our own promises to ourselves. This is not about a man, this is not about others, this is about ourselves. Now, if you break a promise to yourself, you are actually hurting yourself. And of course, the more you hurt yourself, the less confident you become, and the less confident you are, guess what? The more nonsense you allow, the lower your standards get. And number 3 is presence. Nobody talks about presence, but it's so important because a feminine woman is present. She walks into the room and she catches attention by just being herself and being present. She's not looking down at her phone and being shy or being all over the man and putting all the attention on him. She's just magnetic because she is herself. Imagine a woman walking into a room, scanning the room slowly, and being herself, being present in the moment, versus a woman who is maybe a little bit shy, watching the phone, being nervous, laughing extra at his jokes. Another thing that makes men not want to lose you. You are not obsessing over him. You're not giving him all the attention. You have your own life. You're warm, you're juicy, you're so nice to be around. Okay, that's what I meant in the very beginning. You need to be nice to be around, easy to be around, but difficult to keep. If you're easy to be around, of course, men will always want to be around you. A man does not want to lose you if he knows the benefits of being with you. And the benefits are not in you doing, the benefits are in you being. Just being yourself, being feminine, being soft, being warm, and looking at him, looking into his eyes, talking softly, not rushing, giving him the complete contrast to what he is experiencing in his daily life. And if you are working, if you're a corporate girl, for example, you know how it is when you are stressed, when you are working, when you need to make money, when you are so busy. That's exactly how a man feels constantly. Men do not have access to that softness. Men do not have access to this intuition. Men do not have access to this higher connection that we do have. Now, the only way to make a man feel like we are so valuable in their life is to give him peace, to be present, to give him something he cannot have without us. And the funny thing is that this presence is built by you living your life. It does not even cost you more energy, more time, or more money. It actually costs you nothing. You just need to focus on yourself and live your life fully. Hobbies that fulfill you, friendships that fulfill you, have your girls circle, your woman circle, goals that excite you, and a relationship with yourself that is so strong that any attention from men is just a beautiful addition but not necessary. Your mood does not depend on him. Now, I have given you the foundation, the 3 pillars, and if you implement only 20% of what I have shared with you, you will already see your dating life and in general your whole life change for the better. But let's be honest, knowledge alone is not enough. I have been teaching this for years, and the women who actually transform are not the ones who just sit here and nod and say, yeah, that's true, I understand, I need to implement that. The women who actually change their lives are the ones who have a complete system, a step-by-step roadmap that covers every single area in their life. Because becoming the woman men naturally invest in is not about some dating strategy, it is about who you are. How do you look? How do you feel? How do you carry yourself in your daily life? And that is exactly why I created the Queen Code Masterclass. The Queen Code is a complete 5-module system, and I want to quickly talk you through to understand what actually is inside. Module 1 is about the glow up. I teach you everything you need to know about glowing up, about your posture, about product recommendations, about how to actually dress elegantly, how to dress in a way that suits your body type, how to become the best looking version of yourself, step by step. I'm not missing even one single thing. You will know everything. Hair, makeup, beauty products, procedures I recommend, procedures I cannot recommend, everything you can imagine. This module alone will change the way how you see yourself in a mirror and the way how others perceive you. Module number 2 is your environment. Nobody really talks about that, but your environment is so important in how you feel. A woman always has to feel good in order to do good. Doing good in her job, in her finances, with relationships, and your environment, which includes your friends, which includes your apartment, the space you're living in, makes such a big difference. So I'm going to share in that module exactly what to do, what to change in your home, and how you can actually tap into that feminine essence, that feminine aura, by just changing your environment. Module number 3 is finances. Yes, finances are so important. We want men to invest in you, absolutely, but we also want you to be financially stable, because once you are depending on a man, everything will go downhill, believe me. And the women who get the most from men are the women who don't actually need them to save their lives, to pay for their bills, but the men do it because they know this woman actually doesn't need them. That's actually what gives them the desire to want to do more for you. So in that module, I'm going to share some insights about how to make money as a woman, how to stay feminine while making money, and I give you a lot of tips on what you could explore if you're open to start something new. Module number 4 is about dating, of course. I'm going to share exact phrases, what to do, what to say to make men invest in you. I'm going to share exact phrases, exact one-to-one scenarios that you can just copy-paste into your dating life. You will see how it actually changes your dating life and how suddenly men keep stepping up for you and keep doing things for you just because you use my strategies. This also includes a full red flag list. I want you to learn to see red flags in men very early on, because you can be the most perfect woman but still attract wrong men, which is completely normal, but you need to know how to sort them out very early on so you won't waste any time on them. This module comes with a lot of documents like lists of phrases, app lists, recommendations, cheat sheets, and also a full list of standards and boundaries on which standards to actually set and how to enforce them with your boundaries. And module number 5, the last one, is about your mindset. Obviously, none of what I kept preaching will work if you do not work on your mindset. That's why in this module, we're going to do deep inner work. You need to actually get that confidence. You don't need to only act like you're confident, you need to be confident. This is about self-confidence, standards, boundaries, growth mindset, and everything that will make your new you permanent. On top of all of these 5 modules, if you're signing up today, you will get 3 extra bonuses. Number 1 is the chat cheat sheet. This is the exact texting system on how to deal with low effort men, how to trigger investment so men want to invest in you, and how to set boundaries, all of this just by text. Bonus number 2 is the Queen's Cheat Sheet, which is a complete guide with non-negotiable standards, boundaries, and testing scripts. Men love to test us, especially in the beginning, in the dating phase, and I'm going to share with you in that cheat sheet which tests men use and how you can actually pass them. And bonus number 3 is a 30-minute secret video. This video will not be shared anywhere. This is just for you if you sign up today. In this video, I'm going to share with you the number 1 attraction killing mistake women do and how you can avoid doing that one mistake. The total value of that package is 886 euros. Usually the price is 579 euros, but today, just today, if you sign up today, you can get it for just 397 euros. This is actually 33% off and you will get a lifetime access, so you can repeat that whole masterclass, so you can repeat all of those modules, the masterclass, the cheat sheets, over and over again. You can have them in your phone whenever you need those scripts, whenever you need those boundaries, whenever you need those standards, whenever you need a reminder of how to enforce them, whenever you need to know how exactly set boundaries and which boundaries to set. You just open your phone and you have the cheat sheets right there whenever you need them for the rest of your life. Now, if you're wondering if it is actually worth it, let me ask you, how much money did you spend on your ex-partner? How much money did you spend on men using you? How much time have you already spent on dates that are going nowhere, relationships that drain you, or even on your own heartbreak? Like, how much time and money have you spent to heal from all of these heartbreaks you have been through already? 397 is nothing in comparison to that, believe me. And this is a one-time thing and you will change your life forever. Compared to another year of accepting less than you deserve, 397 is nothing. Compared to the cost of not knowing your worth and living a life you don't fully love, 397 is nothing. And believe me, once you are the woman that men actually love to spoil, 397 is nothing. Like, that's something my girls get on a daily basis from their husband, their boyfriend. That's something they get tenfold just by being the best version of themselves. So 397 is actually nothing if you compare it to what you get. It's nothing because you will change yourself, your life forever. And apart from that, whenever you invest in yourself, you're telling the universe, I'm ready to receive, because I am actually valuing myself so much that I put this money in myself. I promise you will get the return within no time. The link to sign up for my Queen Code Masterclass is below this video. Click it, read what's inside, and then make the decision. No pressure, you don't need to, but my recommendation for you, get it. Not for me, but for the woman you are becoming. For the relationship you actually deserve. And for the full life that is waiting for you.